Friends, is Derek Murray out of St. Louis, Missouri. So one of two fighters out of St. Louis that we'll be having on this fight card. We'll have Keandre Gibson, who is also from that region in our main event against Antonio Orozco. And Derek Murray will be facing undefeated Joet Gonzalez out of Glendora, California. And when you talk about St. Louis fighters, there's a lot of tradition to live up to, B-Hop. And if anybody knows about tradition, it's you.
Oh, and absolutely. I mean, the Spinks brothers. I mean, the Olympians, and also world champion, and also heavyweight champion. And then, you go to Corey Spinks. I mean, they have a long list of legacies that's in St. Louis. And you know what? They look like they're in good shape to make more in the future.
Yeah, a great amateur program out there in the Midwest. And you talk about great programs for young fighters. How about Southern California? That's a hotbed, not only of great young fighters, of great sparring, whether it be at the Wild Card, whether it be out at The Rock in Carson, California. If you're young and you're up and coming, that's a place you want to be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was a time where, and still it's not like that. You come through Philadelphia, people say you got some credentials because you came through Philadelphia and you made it through. They know you can fight. Same thing in St. Louis, same thing in Carson.
That's it. Southern California growing as a hotbed of boxing. One man who lives in SoCal and is ready to give us the introductions is Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go with the next bout tonight. 8 rounds, this scheduled in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing blue trunks, he weighed in officially 125 3/4 pounds. In 15 professional bouts, his record stands at 13 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw. 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from St. Louis, Missouri, here is Derek Soja Murray. And across the ring stands his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing tonight blue trimmed in gold, he weighed in 126 pounds even. In 15 professional bouts, he stands perfect with 15 victories, no defeats, 7 wins by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Glendora, California, here is the undefeated Joet Gonzalez. And your referee in charge of the action, Russell Mora.
Okay, gentlemen, trunks here, good. Anything below this line is a foul. These are high. I'm going to call this right here. We went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. God bless you both.
Joet Gonzalez out of Southern California taking on Derek Murray from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm Bernardo Osuna alongside future Hall of Famer Bernard Hopkins calling the action here on ESPN3. This is Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN as we await the initial bell of this fight. And there you hear it, and we have first action here between Gonzalez and Murray. Fight is scheduled for 8 rounds, and physically both fighters look solid and ready to go.
Yeah, they do. And also, if you look at their record, there ain't too much of a difference. You got 1 loss for Derek, and you have no losses for Gonzalez. I mean, this is like I said, putting fights together on ESPN, Golden Boy Promotion. Let them find a way, and let them understand that if they want to be noticed, if they want to be seen, these are the fights that you have to have and beat guys on your level, and guys that can give you a L if you don't protect yourself and understand that in that ring you have to be first and you have to go ahead and dominate your opponent. This is where we at right now in boxing.
That's it. So Joet Gonzalez 66 rounds and 16 professional bouts. Derek Murray 57 rounds and 15 professional bouts. So just 9 rounds less in 1 less fight as a professional for the fighter out of St. Louis. He's looking to establish jab and follows it up with a nice uppercut. Both fighters in blue. The trim in gold belongs to Joet Gonzalez.
Gonzalez is through a left hook that caught Derek square on the chin. He took it pretty well, but you don't want to see anybody take left hooks like that if they realize that this fight got to go some rounds. 8 to be able to withstand those left hooks in the 5th and the 6th, and you don't want to loosen that jaw up, but you don't want to get hit with punches that you might think ain't doing nothing this early, but it will later.
Nice 3-punch combination by Murray, but then a good answer to the body by Gonzalez. And both fighters are testing each other early on, but also respecting one another.
Yeah, they're trying to find out who's going to break first, who's going to be tentative, who's going to be a little bit leery of throwing punches, which means they will not let their hands go. And whoever established that they're going to be the dominant and they're going to take control, then that normally would tell you who's going to be the winner in this fight. And right now, you see the pressure is coming from Gonzalez.
Yep, good head movement by Murray to try to avoid the punches. So we see the two styles, and it's kind of like the main event we're expecting tonight. Joet Gonzalez playing the part of Antonio Orozco coming forward, and Derek Murray playing the part of Keandre Gibson. A lot more footwork, a lot more work with the head and the waist.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think this fight and the next fight going to come is going to be one of the fights where one guy's coming and one guy's waiting to counter.
Good way to get out of there with the legs by Derek Murray early here in an 8-round fight. We'll see as this fight develops which style takes over. Is it the brawler or is it boxing?
Born bold. To the untrained, it appears as chaos. But here, there is only mastery. A creation so complex, only few can reveal it. Through mastery comes harmony. Hennessy VSOP privilege. Never stop. Never settle.
Bernardo alongside Golden Boy boxing partner and color analyst and expert Bernard Hopkins. And you know better than anybody, B-Hop, that this game can be a chess match more than a physical battle. So how do you see this chess match playing out as a fight progresses?
Well, definitely two guys are playing chess. It's not like one playing chess. I know got a checkerboard. And I'm sitting close enough to hear from Murray's corner, and his corner told him that you shook out the first round, and now let's start working with combinations. You're quicker. The corner of Murray was letting him know, coach was letting Murray know that he's shook out the cobwebs for the first round, and he's warm now, or you lose. Now throw the combinations. He told Murray to throw the combinations, and they see Murray throwing now double jabs, but he's not throwing the combinations. And he's throwing it now. Just came up, but that's what he's going to have to do to keep Gonzalez at bay.
And Gonzalez made him pay because as soon as he decided to let more than one punch go, his body was open, and Gonzalez decided to work well. So when you do that and the opponent makes you think about it, how do you get that out of your head?
Well, you have to get it out of your head. And if Gonzalez doesn't get it out of his head, or Murray realize that, he has to change the strategy, both guys have to make those adjustments. If they don't make those adjustments, or at least one don't make those adjustments, then they're going to find an uphill battle.
Joet Gonzalez worked on using his jab more and his head movement for this fight. So far, so good, but he stayed there and gets countered by a left hook and now a right hook by Murray, who really can stand in a spot and make you miss and make you pay.
Well, he didn't make him miss then because he stood up straight too tall after he admired his work, and he got hit with a left hook. What he has to do is Murray has to continue to throw those combinations, but he's standing too tall. And right now he's throwing punches out there to be countered because they're not coming back fast enough. And Gonzalez is going to time that, and they're going to come back like he just did with a 4-punch combination.
Gonzalez looking to get more comfortable here in this fight as Murray continues to rotate toward his left. Comes back with a nice uppercut as Murray looking to keep the fight in the center of the ring. Gonzalez wanted to push Murray where he can corner him.
Absolutely. Gonzalez wants to counter, he wants to counter, but he also wants to cut him off. He wants to cut Murray off. But I like to see Gonzalez now stab to the body. Left hand, left hook, right hook. Go to the body more and maybe slow the legs of Murray. down where he can be right in front of him.
So you're looking at this fight as an 8-round fight. How do I get this guy to slow down step by step? And the body is the first step in that plan that he's got 6 rounds to do or execute it.
The Masters, Thursday and Friday at 3 on ESPN.
Catch the MLS Soccer Sunday action on ESPN and FS1.
Round 3 of 8 here at the Cosmo in Las Vegas. Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN 3 as Joet Gonzalez in the blue trunks trimmed in gold. Now he's a second-year college student in Mount Sac College in California, where he's a criminal justice major, and his father Chewy is the man who trains him, makes the trek out to the Azusa Youth Boxing Club. So he's got a lot on his plate, not only outside of the ring, but tonight inside the ring, B-Hop.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Gonzalez, I mean, he's an interesting guy. You know, we talked at the fighters meeting, and, you know, he's really a guy that's determined and dedicated to both of his jobs. And as you see, getting instructions from his corner about working the body of Murray, because they believe Murray's getting tired. They believe Murray's slowing down. And I want to see if he just threw a body shot there. And I was about to say, I wanted to see if Gonzalez listened to instructions well. And yes, he is. He came out to throw 1 or 2 shots to the body because he wants to wear Murray down. But a dedicated guy in his job and also in boxing, he's going to go a long way as long as he continues to do the right things that the sport brings and then stay focused.
Hitting Murray against the ropes. There he goes with the left hook to the head and follows it up with the left hook to the body. And he's finding a target that he likes, and he's trying to make Murray pay for it. Murray now with little shoe shine shots to the body as well.
Get him up.
But Murray is forced to fight. He's forced to fight, and when you do that, it's just a matter of time. You see the left hook. He's forced to fight. He's not fighting his pace. And you see Gonzalez is now throwing those combination punches because they believe, as I said, Murray's getting tired, and now he's going to take that left hook and use it up and down Murray's body.
You can see the legs a little weary from Murray as well. He's not as steady as he was earlier in the fight, where he was moving laterally, doing things with his body as he was commanding. Now you see a little bit of staggering, and you can see him leaning forward as well, B-Hop.
It's called pressure, Bernardo. Pressure busts pipes. And this was happening now. This guy hit with a big left hook, and I think that might have got his attention. Matter of fact, I know it got his attention. And now I want to see Gonzalez now dig that left hand to the body like he just did. And he's going to continue to do that until he gets something out of it, like a knockdown or a knockout.
This is exactly where Gonzalez wants Murray to be. Not moving around the ring, having him pinned against the ropes, able to punish him here at the end of round 3, making Murray fight his fight here on Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN.
Shoes over there? Will you take off his shoes over there?
This might be one of those games where the team with the ball last wins.
They all take the same lane in, but each arrives on his own path, playing for their own reasons, in their own ways. To prove number 1 is more than a ranking. To complete a career milestone. To rekindle the echoes. To return to winning form. Again, the storylines at the Masters. Thursday and Friday at 3 on ESPN.
The ropes is Murray's enemy. And when he gets on the ropes, this is where he pay. 4 or 5 punch combinations. The ropes is where he don't want to be at, Bernardo.
That's the toll house. That's where he's got to pay the price for being against the ropes, and Joet Gonzalez willing to charge him for that with shots to the body, shots to the head.
Got to get your punches up.
There's the first warning of the fight by Russell Moro, one of Nevada's best referees. He wants Joet Gonzalez to make sure his work to the body is legal. Now, is the waistband of Murray a little high?
It's a slightly little high, but not high enough to be worn or anything because it's right on the belt. But I think that
That's where he got hit.
Murray right now is ready to probably take either a knockdown before this round is over because now he seems to be weakening. And Gonzalez is throwing those left hooks to the body, and he's making Murray fight harder than they expect. And that normally means a track at the end of the day for Murray.
And look at Murray's mouth. You can see his mouthpiece completely. It's one of those big mouthpieces. He's breathing hard. As he gets tagged with a left hook, uses a ropes for leverage to stay up.
Well, without that, he'd have been on the ground. But look, he's tired. His mouth is open. He got hit with a lot of body shots. Left hand, left hook just now. He's going to get hit another left hook probably up top and then to the body again. Then he got hit again to the body. This round might be the round. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, Murray don't have a chance, but right now he's weakening really bad early in this fight. With a minute and some to go, I don't see him making it out the round cleanly. I see him taking punishment.
Now Gonzalez there just looped a very wide right hand that went into no man's land. That could be dangerous for him.
Well, Gonzalez threw that punch as a fake out. That punch was a fake out. It's a decoy, you know, telegraph punch. But he didn't throw the left foot behind it to make it really pay dividends.
Oh, there we go.
Throw the combination.
Yep, that big right hand. That big right hand once again lands, and that's what happens when you throw to the body. It exposes the head, and now you see a left hook to the chin. Nice three-punch combination as Gonzalez is becoming an effective stalker.
You got to give Murray credit, whether it's worth anything. He takes a good shot. He didn't go. He got hard. He's going to fight. He's going to try to find a way. But it's nothing on his punches.
Those are arm punches.
Yes, he's waiting in the wing right now to get hurt and get beat up early. You know, this is where now the corner should be looking. If you take 2 or 3 more punches like that and don't respond, they should be taking a really strong, careful look in the next seconds or 2.
13 seconds left here in round 4. We'll be getting to the midway point of this fight as Joet Gonzalez is starting to take control. But Derek Murray's got a lot of heart here in Las Vegas.
What's Kentucky doing? They're ruining college basketball. They're embracing this one and done.
They have their eye on him. Let's face it, no one else has had 2 teams stripped of their honor.
People deify him. People think he is on the sidelines.
What if I told you there's a thin line between love and hate?
You're gonna hate me, but guess what? If I do right by them, they'll win.
ESPN Films presents a 30 for 30 film presented by Mini. One and not done. Next Thursday at 9 on ESPN.
Hey, Draymond. Hey, morning. Hey, what's up?
Even if you don't land it, just keep it out there.
Russell Morrow was checking in on Derek Murray as they're giving good instructions to Joet Gonzalez, who did great work there in round 4, B-Hop.
Absolutely. If anybody, young guys out there, want to watch how you throw a right hand, this is how you throw a right hand, and you throw it just to the point where you know it's going to land, and then the left foot behind it. The ropes held Murray up, but the right hand was key. Right there. That's the right hand that will set anybody up running.
Joet Gonzalez looking to set some traps there for Murray, who I think when the referee came over, he got some urgency in him because he knew that this fight could be stopped.
Well, I said it earlier that his corner should be looking at it. Now the referee is looking because he took some shots and he don't look strong enough to defend himself. And if this is the early round of the fight, which it is, he's going to have to show the referee that he's, you know, he has enough energy to fight, and he had to do what he's doing now. Combination is not being a way to get hit by Gonzalez.
Putting some snap behind his punches now is Derek Murray, something you alluded to. He was lacking there in round 4, so a very different round 5. But then here comes the equalizer. Joet Gonzalez setting his feet and going after him.
And he's lining that fastball up, and that's the right hand that Gonzalez just got it in the chamber, ready to let it go. And he's setting him up because Murray's going to Gonzalez's right, which is to Murray's left. I see the right hand coming. You can feel it after a jab, and it's going to come and it's going to hit the mark.
Russell Morrow a few instants ago said, you got to show me something. That's a good referee, letting Derek Murray know he's got to go out there and do something. Now, when you hear that, B-Hop, What does that do to you as a fighter?
Well, it should inspire you. It should let you understand that you cannot take punches flesh like you're taking. You have to do something in this round, not the next round, in this round, like Murray is trying to do now to change that referee's thinking. Because right now, you know he's thinking he's watching me, not the other guy.
That is it.
Murray cannot continue to stay on these ropes. That's when the referee's watching, and he's going to get hit with a big shot, and he's fighting right now out of desperation.
And we saw it earlier with Jose Bustos being stopped, and there it is, the left hook from Joet Gonzalez, and that's enough. Derek Murray throws down the mouthpiece in disgust, but he was warned, he was told, he knew what was expected. This stoppage, do you have a problem with, Biha?
And he was getting hit.
He was getting
flush.
hit.
So no, I don't have a problem with that. I think it was a good stoppage. I think you let the fighter fight to see another day, and that was a good stoppage.
So all the way from the corner to the referee, everyone looking out for the safety of the fighter. I think it was a right thing. Let's take a look at how this fight came to an end.
Well, you see the combinations from Gonzalez to the body, and then the overhand right. I mean, right now Murray is just finding his way to try to weather the storm, but the storm is not stopping. It's continuing to come, and it was a good stoppage.
Joet Gonzalez comes from a fighting family. His brothers fight. Even his sister is in the Army and trying to qualify for the Olympics. So when you have that pedigree, you have to fight for everything. That's exactly what he did in here against Derek Murray. Looked dominant, looked solid, made adjustments. He fought a boxer, a slick fighter, and he was able to figure him out. I think a complete fight from Joet Gonzalez.
Absolutely. Great performance.
All right, let's step into the ring now with Joe Martinez, who has the official time of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 1 minute, 55 seconds, round number 5. Referee Russell Mora puts a halt to this bout. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Joet Gonzalez.